LeBron working on him. To the left, pitch in the corner. Delonte West to three. He got it!
Delonte West with the clutch shot, the crowd chanting his name. Millions in the bank. A spot next to LeBron James on a team built for glory. Cleveland Cavaliers guard Delonte West, sentenced on weapons charges. Delonte West's battle with bipolar disorder destroying everything he built. Mark Cuban tried helping Delonte West. Multiple times. It never lasted. Delonte West arrested again, but today, Delonte West is barely recognizable. The same player who dropped double digits against NBA legends is now filmed begging on street corners. Lost and broken. A tragic reflection of everything fame forgets. This man went from draining playoff shots alongside the king to living on the streets. $16 million earned during his career. But one look at his recent mugshot tells you everything went wrong. So how does this happen? How does an NBA starter end up desperately needing Narcan just to stay alive? This is not a rumor. This is a documented heartbreak. The sad life Delonte West lives at 42 years old. This is the Delonte West story. Before the world mocked his downfall, Delonte West was a name every basketball fan respected. Born in the D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. Growing up in neighborhoods where trouble found you faster than opportunity. For Delonte, the court became his safe haven. Basketball wasn't just a game, it was survival. Middle school was rough. Delonte struggled with significant mental health struggles. That started with self-harm and then led to prescription drug abuse. The bullying was constant. Kids targeted him for how he looked. Mixed heritage, light skin, reddish hair. He stood out in all the wrong ways. But he found something that made him forget the pain. Something that made him feel powerful. That was hoopin', and it simply redirected his path entirely. By high school, he wasn't just good, he was elite. He led the Roosevelt Raiders to their first state tournament appearance, 20 points a game, and the Washington Post All-Met Basketball Player of the Year. But even then, the demons were already there. He'd later admit he was using substances as a teenager to escape. The same demons that would eventually destroy everything. But his talent? Undeniable. And St. Joseph's University recognized. 2003 to 2004 season. This is where Delonte West became a national name. Teaming up with Jameer Nelson, they turned a small college program into a powerhouse. They formed one of college basketball's most lethal backcourts, one of the best in the country, 27-0 in the regular season. Let that sink in. Undefeated. Elite 8 appearance. Finished 30-2. Delonte put up 19 points and 7 assists per game. He played with grit, heart, and intelligence that couldn't be taught. Scouts said he was the kind of player who left everything on the floor. Every possession. Every game. For Delonte, this wasn't about glory. This was about proving he belonged. Proving that a kid from the streets who got bullied, who struggled with demons, could make it. The NBA was watching. Then came the 2004 NBA Draft. With the 24th pick, the Boston Celtics chose Delonte West. The escape was complete. The dream had come true. From the streets to the NBA. From nobody to somebody, or so it seemed. Boston drafted him 24th overall in 2004. He quickly earned respect as a tough defender with a reliable three-point shot. 2 solid years in green. But then came the trade that changed his life. February 2008. Cleveland Cavaliers. And just like that, he's playing next to the best player on the planet, LeBron James. This was supposed to be the peak, the moment everything he fought for would pay off. Playing alongside LeBron, Delonte formed one of the league's most dynamic backcourts. He wasn't just another role player, he was a spark plug. The enforcer, the guy who would lock down the opponent's best guard, drain a clutch three, and bring intensity every single night. On any given night, he could take over a game, and the Cavs were built for a championship run. LeBron in his prime, Delonte and Mo Williams in the backcourt. This was it. But behind the scenes, cracks were already showing. While fans saw a fearless competitor, something else was quietly unraveling. Delonte started having episodes, arguments with teammates that came out of nowhere. Mood swings. Days where he'd be locked in. Other days where he was completely distant. The organization stepped in, made him see a psychiatrist. The diagnosis? Bipolar disorder. In 2008, Delonte West did something almost no NBA player had done. He publicly admitted he was struggling with mental health. At a time when players were supposed to be invincible, he stood up and said, "I'm not okay." But here's the problem. The number one rule with bipolar disorder: no mind-altering substances, ever. They destroy your brain chemistry, make the highs impossibly high, the lows crushing. But Delonte had been using since he was a kid. The pattern was already locked in. When he was up, he felt unstoppable, electric, fearless, But when the lows hit, depression so deep he couldn't get out of bed, let alone play in front of 20,000 fans. Teammates noticed. Some days he was the old Delonte, upbeat, locked in. Other days he disappeared, slept in the locker room, went silent. Then came September 2009, the moment that became a warning sign everyone missed. Traffic stop, Maryland. Police find him on a motorcycle, loaded 9mm in his waistband, Ruger 357 Magnum strapped to his leg, and a shotgun in a guitar case on his back. Who rides a motorcycle with a shotgun in a guitar case? A man who's not thinking clearly. A man crying out for help. John Sally defended him, said Cleveland's streets were rough, said it was protection. Maybe. But looking back, it was a red flag nobody took seriously. Still, he kept his starting role, playing next to LeBron, playing in the playoffs. But something shifted in the 2009-10 season. His minutes got cut. His confidence dropped. He went from shooting 40% from 3 to 33%. The spark was fading. And then came May 2010. The moment everything collapsed. Okay, we need to address this because you can't tell Delonte's story without it. 2010 Eastern Conference semifinals. Cavaliers versus Celtics. And out of nowhere, a rumor starts spreading. Not just any rumor, one of the most explosive rumors in NBA history. That Delonte West had been involved with Gloria James, LeBron's mother. Before we go further, let me be crystal clear. This has never been confirmed. LeBron has never spoken about it. Gloria James has never spoken about it. And Delonte has denied it repeatedly. But the rumor spread like wildfire. Anonymous emails to media members, whispers in Cleveland. Sports talk radio went absolutely mad with it. Here's what we do know for certain. In those final 3 games of that series, LeBron shot 34% from the field. The Cavaliers lost in 6 games. LeBron looked disconnected, like his mind was somewhere else entirely. Shaquille O'Neal even wrote in his book that when he joined the Cavs, the tension between Delonte and LeBron was palpable. Something was definitely off. Then that summer, LeBron made an announcement. And then in 2023, in a video filmed outside a gas station while he was homeless, he said it again. I ain't never effed anybody's mother. So, here's the truth. We don't know what really happened, but what we do know is this. True or not, that rumor destroyed what was left of Delonte's career. After that incident, all of a sudden, he became a boogeyman. Everywhere he went, that's all anyone wanted to talk about. Every city, every arena, every interview. The question was always hanging in the air. And for a man already battling mental illness and addiction, that kind of public scrutiny is devastating. The public saw anger, not anxiety. They saw erratic behavior, not illness. The league saw liability, not a human being in crisis. Cleveland traded him to Minnesota. The Timberwolves cut him almost immediately. His story became a warning, not a conversation. And once again, Delonte West was left alone. Back to Boston for the 2010-11 season. But first, he had to serve a 10-game suspension for pleading guilty to those weapons charges. When he finally played, the magic was gone. 5.6 points per game. His confidence shattered. His last real shot came with Dallas. 2011, the Mavericks gave him minutes, 24 per game, 9.6 points, 36% from 3. Decent enough to stick around. Until the locker room incident started. October 2012. Blew up after a preseason loss, got suspended indefinitely. The Mavs gave him another chance 2 weeks later. Same thing, another explosion. Mavericks management suspended him twice in 2012 for what they called conduct detrimental to the team. But behind that cold phrase was a man quietly falling apart. That was it. Dallas cut him. At 29 years old, Delonte West's NBA career was over. After leaving the NBA, Delonte tried to hold on to the only thing that had ever given his life purpose. Basketball. He joined the Texas Legends in the D-League, hoping one good season could earn him another shot. For a while, it seemed possible, but things didn't go as planned. He left for China. Fujian Sturgeons in the Chinese Basketball Association. The move was meant to be a new beginning, but the instability followed him. He jumped from team to team, never staying long enough to regain his rhythm. The loneliness of being overseas, the long flights, the isolation away from family only made his mental health worse. When he returned to the Texas Legends in 2015, Fans hoped he was finally turning things around. But a few months later, he was released again. And this time, there was no next team waiting. Then came 2016, the year everything changed. A video went viral. Delonte West, barefoot and disoriented, walking the streets of Houston. The man who once played alongside LeBron James was now unrecognizable. The internet exploded with speculation. Was he homeless? Was he battling addiction? Was he even safe? Delonte denied parts of it, saying he was fine, but the pictures said otherwise. Photos surfaced. This time he's panhandling in Temple Hills, Maryland. A reporter caught up with him. "You okay?" "I got children. I've been between jobs. As a man, I got to do what I got to do for my babies." He denied being homeless, but the photos told a different story. His 2 marriages had ended, 2010 and 2020. 2 kids caught in the middle. And then came early 2020, the moment no basketball fan could ever forget. A shaky cell phone video began circulating online, showing a man sitting in the middle of a Maryland highway, shirtless, bruised, rambling incoherently while another man attacked him. Within minutes, the footage exploded across every social media platform. It was raw, chaotic, heartbreaking. In the video, Delonte was barely recognizable. His hair unkempt, his face swollen, his words disjointed. The same man who once shared the court with LeBron James was now sitting helpless in the street as traffic passed by. People shouted, some recorded, others laughed. No one stepped in. Major outlets like ESPN, CNN, Sports Illustrated, and TMZ quickly confirmed his identity. Police released body cam footage verifying it was indeed the former NBA star. The shock rippled through the sports world. The headlines were cruel, the comments worse. What should have been a moment of concern turned into another viral spectacle. Fans were split between sorrow and judgment. Some begged the NBA to help him. Others used his pain for jokes and memes. The internet did what it so often does. It turned human tragedy into entertainment. It was one of the most haunting and humiliating moments in modern sports. Not because of the fight itself, but because it revealed the truth everyone had tried to ignore. Delonte West wasn't just another fallen athlete. He was sick, vulnerable, and desperately in need of help. Just when it seemed like Delonte's story had reached its lowest point, when the world had all but written him off, a surprising act of humanity changed everything. Mark Cuban, the billionaire owner of the Dallas Mavericks, saw the heartbreaking footage and decided he couldn't stand by any longer. In September 2020, after hearing rumors that Delonte had been spotted panhandling around Dallas, Cuban personally began searching for him. And when he finally found him sitting quietly near a gas station, holding a cardboard sign and asking strangers for food, the sight broke him. Cuban didn't send assistance or call for media coverage. He went himself, picked Delonte up, and told him they were going to get help. In that moment, it wasn't owner and player anymore. It was one man rescuing another who had been abandoned by the world. Cuban sent him to a rehabilitation facility in Florida. Soon, photos surfaced online. Images that showed something the public hadn't seen in years. Delonte West smiling again. After years of despair, it looked like Delonte had found his lifeline. At the rehab center, he threw himself into recovery. He attended therapy sessions, worked on rebuilding his mental health, began opening up about his struggles. For the first time in nearly a decade, he had structure again. Daily routines, meals, purpose. His transformation was visible. Reports emerged that Delonte had taken a job at the facility, mentoring patients and sharing his story. Fans across the country celebrated what looked like a miracle. Headlines called it Delonte West's redemption story. For a moment, it seemed like everything lost had been restored. But the path to recovery is never straight. Addiction and mental illness are relentless enemies, waiting for any moment of weakness to strike. Even with the best support, one small slip can undo months of progress. By late 2022, the whispers started again. Small sightings here and there. A gas station clerk in Virginia swore he saw Delonte West panhandling near the pumps, looking thin, tired, distant. A few weeks later, someone else spotted him outside a convenience store, pacing back and forth, muttering to himself, asking strangers for change. Then the photos appeared online, blurry but unmistakable. It was him. The same Delonte West the world had watched get a second chance, now seemingly back where he started. Then came the police reports confirming what everyone feared. He'd been arrested again, once for public intoxication, another time for disorderly conduct, another for trying to evade officers. The headlines felt like a cruel echo from the past. Each mugshot told the same painful story. The eyes that once burned with focus now looked hollow. His face, once filled with energy, now looked gaunt and weary. Time had not just passed, it had taken something from him. Then came November the 3rd, 2024. Fairfax County Police received a 911 call about a man found unconscious and not breathing. When officers arrived, they quickly realized who it was. Delonte West. He was still alive but barely responsive. Officers reported he appeared heavily intoxicated and refused to go to the hospital. For his own safety, they took him into custody. The mugshot that followed broke the internet. His face was pale, his hair uneven, his body frail. The man who once looked unshakable on the court now looked lost. Not just physically, but spiritually. The photos spread across social media, fans posting messages of disbelief. How did it get this bad again? Didn't Mark Cuban fix this? But the painful truth is that recovery isn't something anyone else can fix. You can hand someone a lifeline, but you can't make them hold on. For Delonte, that lifeline had slipped through his fingers again. Every few months, new reports surfaced. Another sighting, another arrest, another video of him looking lost. It became a tragic cycle of relapse and regret, a loop that never seemed to end. At 42, Delonte West's life now feels like a tragic cycle repeating in public. He gets clean, he relapses, he gets help, he disappears. Each time the videos re-emerge, Mark Cuban, teammates and family have all tried to pull him back. But Delonte has reportedly refused consistent treatment, determined to live life on his own terms, even when those terms lead him back to danger. His mother has spoken of her heartbreak, how she can't save her son if he won't save himself. Look, it's easy to judge. Trust me, I get it. How does someone make $16 million and end up like this? But that's not the right question, because Delonte's story isn't really about money. It's about mental illness and it's about childhood trauma. It's about substance abuse that started when he was just a kid, trying to escape the pain of being bullied every single day. When you have bipolar disorder and you start using substances, it's not just addiction. It's your brain chemistry spiraling out of control. The highs feel higher than anything a neurotypical person could experience. And the lows? Absolutely crushing. You're chasing that high again and again. And every time you use, it makes the disorder worse. It's a vicious cycle. Add public humiliation from rumors that may or may not be true. Add the pressure of being an NBA player. Add 2 failed marriages and losing access to your kids. Add the fact that your entire identity was wrapped up in basketball, and now that's gone. That's not a recipe for recovery. That's a perfect storm. What Delonte needs, what people with his struggles need, is long-term, continuous support. Not a month in rehab and then back to the streets. Not a job for 6 months and then nothing. Real sustained care. And honestly, our society isn't built for that. We're good at quick fixes. We're terrible at the long haul. His story isn't finished. But for now, it stands as one of the saddest reminders in sports that talent can open every door. But if the mind behind it breaks, even the brightest future can fade into tragedy. There's proof everywhere. Real footage, police records, verified reports. His suffering isn't speculation. It's documented, replayed and reshared by millions. And yet, even now, there's a spark of that fighter still inside him. The same spirit that took him from rough streets to the NBA still flickers, buried under years of pain. Maybe it's faint, maybe it's fading, but it's there. So I want to hear from you. Do you think there's still hope for Delonte West? What would it actually take to help him turn his life around? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this story affected you, hit that like button and subscribe to From the Trenches. We're telling the real stories, the ones that don't always have happy endings, the ones that need to be told. Remember Delonte West. Not just the player who fought on the court, but the man still fighting to find peace off it. This is From the Trenches. Real stories, real struggle, real basketball, and thanks for watching.